Hey, it's Allison with the Manifestation Society, and on today's episode, I'm doing a deep dive on the daily spiritual practice, why you need one, what it'll do for you, and why it'll help you live your best life ever. So stay tuned. So what exactly is a daily spiritual practice? That sounds pretty heavy, right? Well, it's not designed to. It's meant to be something that you can incorporate very easily into your daily routine as a way to help boost your mood, boost your energy, boost all that good stuff so that you can actually attract all the good things that you want into your life through having this little routine. So my example of a daily spiritual practice is just that, incorporating some daily spirituality into your day so that you can attract all the goodness. Here's why it matters for why you need a daily spiritual practice. Life is stressful. Can we all agree, right? There are day-to-day stressors that tax our emotional well-being, our physical well-being, our spiritual well-being on the daily. It just happens, right? Even the most zen and relaxed and happiest high vibe people out there get stressed out. I get stressed out all the freaking time. It happens, right? It just happens. So having this spiritual practice in place is what keeps my stress level in check. That's why you need this, right? Because when you are stressed, you are taxing your body in more ways than you might think. Like, yes, you feel like frantic, right? Like, I know for me, I just feel like chaotic. I don't know how else to describe it, but it feels like chaos inside my body. Like, if I'm stressed, I feel anxious, I feel irritable, I feel angry, I get like hot and it's just not a happy thing, right? So that's the physical taxing that my body is going through. But the emotional taxing is just as bad, right? My central nervous system is like in hyperdrive. Have you ever heard about something called adrenal fatigue? I know there's a classic definition, which I can't think of off the top of my head, but basically that's where your body has been in fight or flight for so long that your body doesn't know when to turn that off, right? Like, naturally as humans, we're designed to either, if something is like attacking us, like a tiger or something, right? Way back when, our adrenal glands would kick in and like our stress level would go up so that we could, react, right? And not get eaten by the tiger, right? Essentially. But now, because of daily modern life, our adrenal glands are being fired all the time. And so our body, we don't know when to relax, right? So that's the very layman's terms of what that is. But basically, having a spiritual practice in place helps relax the body. It helps relax the central nervous system. It helps relax our minds so that we can have a moment to just be. And that's why this is important, because when you are down and you are chill and you are in a good place of just being, your energy is amazing and your ability to attract things is exactly where it needs to be, right? So if you ultimately want to manifest and attract your best life, which I know you do, this is how you do it. You have to have these spiritual things in place to help you manage the daily stresses that happen. That's why this is so important. The good news here too is that there are only a gazillion options for things that you can incorporate into your daily spiritual practice, right? There's like no right or wrong way to do this. And I love that because it's not one size fits all. We're all different. So what speaks to me might not speak to you, and what speaks to you might not speak to me, and that is A-okay. So let me give you some examples of some things that I do for my daily spiritual practice. And then you can decide, yeah, I like it, or no, that doesn't work for me, okay? So for me, I start my mornings every day with a morning routine, as I call it. I give myself about 40 minutes to kind of get myself centered and ready to go. Now wait, before you freak out, I know what you're thinking. I'm not a morning person either, like not at all. This took time. This took a lot of convincing, honestly, in the beginning, because I don't like to get up any earlier than I have to. I have 2 small children and it's like for real, sleep is a necessary, it's for real in my life, right? But for me, I found that I was a better mom and a better human being when I came downstairs if I had this time. So getting up early became a a pleasure, really, because I was able to do what I need to do to get myself in the right headspace to go downstairs and tackle whatever awaits for me down there, right? So for me, I wake up in the morning around 6:30, 6:15, depends on the day. I drink some water, right? I open up my journal. I write down between 5 and 7 things that I'm grateful for. And I always write, I am grateful, fill in the blank. Because as I've said to you before, being grateful and thankful, those are the two highest vibrations you can get yourself into. So having that included in your morning, like first thing, awesome way to start the day, right? So I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for. I recite my affirmations, which takes like no time at all. And then I've actually started incorporating some yoga into my morning. I found a great website online on YouTube, of course, which has some like 15-minute yoga practices that I can do in the morning, and that is amazing for me. And then throughout the day, so then that's my power like hit in the morning, right? I do that first thing in the morning as a way to like invite in spirit into my morning. And that's how I really look at this, right? I look at the practice as a way to like allow God, allow source, allow the universe into your day, because you're really co-creating your life anyway. So you're saying like, hey, come hold my hand and let's do this together, right? So by doing that first thing in the morning, it's saying, all right, here we are. This is what we're doing. And then before I go downstairs, I set my intention for the day, which is the statement for the day. Today is going to be a great day. Today will be full of ease and enjoyment, whatever, insert whatever your intention will be. And then throughout the day, right, you keep yourself in check. So if you're having a moment where you're like really pissed off or you're feeling stressed, I will go upstairs and I'll do a quick meditation, or I will go outside and go for a walk. I will drink some water. I will try to ground myself. I'll close my eyes and take some deep breaths. Like this stuff, I know, it's not rocket science, right? Like it's not like I'm like blowing your mind here, like, oh, I've never heard this before. But what I hope that you are taking away from this episode is that this is stuff you can easily do. Listen, I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, right, who are in constant need of my attention, constant. And if I can do this, trust me, you can do this too. And it really makes all the difference. I find that the days that I don't do this, or if I'm not feeling it and I'm just like, F it, I'm not doing this today, which I have days like that, we're human, I have days like that too. I find that it's not a good day. It's not as good of a day that it could have been. And sure, I still get irritated, I still get stressed out, but overall, the moments of that time is less, the days that I do this, if that makes sense. So that's why this is important. And we're talking about small little moments of finding spirituality, of inviting that spirit in and saying like, help me, I need some help right now, help me, right? And that's what you're doing. And you're inviting in that spirit and they're gonna help you and it's gonna be okay. And I find that these small moments, they build on each other. They build and they build and they build and they build and they like build up in the best way possible, so that doing this becomes easier, it becomes second nature, and all of a sudden you're finding you're having more good days than bad days. You're finding you can manage your mood better, your stress level has gone down, you're feeling more joy, more gratitude, more ease, all the good stuff. And that matters because that is how you will live your best life. When you have those compounding moments, those compounding days upon days upon days, that, my friend, is how you live your best life. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode, for allowing me to share with you about having a daily spiritual practice, why it matters, and why I want you to do this, because I really want you to do this. If this episode spoke to you, please give me a like, give me a comment, let me know about your daily routine. I want to hear about your practice, what you're incorporating into your practice and what works for you. Share it with my audience. What might work for you will definitely speak to somebody who reads that comment. So please comment and let me know. And I will see you next episode. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.